first time it came to Santa Clara. I'm still pumped after Super Bowl 59. I'm not ready to talk about 60 yet because I'm an Eagles fan. So obviously I'm really excited about the outcome of this one.
But no one can miss it. You're an Eagles fan.
No.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't worry. I won't be upset if you're not, but that's okay. I am really excited about it. Excited for the parade happening later this week. But they have their own round of wintry weather they're getting today through tomorrow.
That's right. A lot of that mess is going north in terms of the heavier snow, but sleet and freezing rain, a big deal here. We've got bridges that are going to freeze first, and just a reminder why. You've got those roads that heat evenly usually, but when you don't have that soil underneath and the ground to help insulate them, they're going to cool more rapidly, and this is what we're going to experience. So we've got temperatures today in those mid and upper 30s, but what's going to happen is as we start to see that rain move in and also the cooling begin once the sun sets, we're talking about that cold air that can really reach above and below the bridges, and even some of our exit and on ramps too are more susceptible because of their elevation. So we're going to see that heat loss resulting in some freezing conditions out there, and I do have concerns across the Piedmont Triad, anywhere bordering the North Carolina Virginia border down south through Winston-Salem and Greensboro. You might also run into some slick spots that create very slippery travel at some point later this evening, especially as freezing rain may develop this afternoon. The bigger threats are going to be closer to the mountains, and the farther west we go through Wilkes County and up through Mount Airy. These are the zones that have a chance to see a little bit more accumulation, getting closer to that quarter-inch for the icing. Ice storm warnings are up along the Blue Ridge Parkway just to the southwest of Boone and Blowing Rock. Now, these zones have had some heavier spots of glazing so far today, and as we go north and east through the afternoon hours and as Sparta getting you into Stewart, those are the zones that could see again more freezing rain and significant icing that could take trees down. So storm activity today, dangerous travel in the northwest along the Blue Ridge Parkway as we mentioned, then that significant icing really taking hold as we get you into the early evening hours, and that continues through the late night. Power outages are possible there, and then rainfall. We're going to see more of it throughout the day tomorrow, so we could see some risk for flooding too. Scattered showers out there today. We've had a wintry mix already rolling through parts of the Piedmont Triad, a little bit of light sleet falling, but through upper 30s. So temperatures haven't been cold enough to really support anything setting up on the roadways. Roads have been too warm. We're grateful for that. And it's been patchy. So scattered shower action is going to develop a little later today. That's going to transition to more freezing rain possibilities. We've had about an estimate at the airport about 1/1800ths of an inch of some ice totals up here. And as we zoom in, Ashe County, as well as folks down south of the Boone and Blowing Rock area, have seen some of the heavier icing so far, about 3/10 of an inch. So anytime you get over 1/4 of an inch, this is where we start to get worried about tree branches coming down and the power lines just sagging under the weight of that ice. We'll be watching for this. You've got 3.8 inches as we go north for snowfall up into Virginia. So that's where the heavier snow has been falling. We've had about 2/10 of an inch reported down around the foothills in northern Piedmont spots, 1/2 inch totals possible, getting closer to the Boone area. Even there, it looks really light on the grassy surfaces right now. So winter storm alerts are up until 4 o'clock tomorrow. We've got 1/2 inch of ice or more possible in these zones. That does include Ashe County from West Jefferson, Boone, Blowing Rock, Sparta as we go north through Hillsville and out through areas of Stewart into Patrick County, Virginia, out through Martinsville too. So it's going to get messy as we go into the evening hours. Your foothills and the northern Piedmont impact, so we're expecting to see less than 1/4 of an inch of ice. But as you know, it doesn't take much to get things icy on the roadways, or surfaces, I should say, slick out there in some spots. So we want you to be cautious tonight as temperatures are expected to drop off. We're in the upper 30s now, and it is going to be wet for us this afternoon until temperatures continue to drop. In the mountains, this is where our storm alerts are. We've got temperatures hovering in the low 30s there to below freezing. And in the Piedmont Triad, we get close to those near freezing conditions around 4 to 6 o'clock this evening. We may warm gradually and then cool you back down tomorrow morning into those low 30s. So we've got a couple of spots and times that we're more concerned about the icing on the roads in Winston-Salem and Greensboro. That's this evening commute, and again early tomorrow morning and overnight. You see that in the foothills too. Dangerous conditions may develop. Bridges and overpasses mainly south and east of the mountains, but here we're talking about icy road travel too, so it just gets a little bit more treacherous the more you add to it, and that's where we get those freezing rain totals really coming up. You see here as we get you through your Tuesday evening, that mix staying mainly to the north of the Piedmont Triad, but can't rule out some light freezing rain, and then that's when the bridges and overpasses could, of course, glaze up. We've got the rain that's going to come down heavy at times for us tomorrow. We may have 2 to 3 inches on the ground by Thursday morning. Temperatures, though, gradually warming, getting us out of the 30s. We look forward to a drier Valentine's Day and Friday with 48 degrees and shower chances returning in time for the weekend.